I do like the lodestone pick against the Ophelia because it's hard to push into a lodestone. The Hellbringer to counter like with the aggression, I guess, team fight. But they just picked up a Riptide, which usually when I land a Riptide mid, so it looks like it's probably going to be a support Hellbringer.
That is a good point.
Yeah. And so much. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we're all sitting here saying how awful that would be. Again, it's not awful. It's just I think it's better in the farming role. But a support that has such a big ultimate as Hellbringer does, and he does again have kind of the stun effect with his Demon Flight now with the rework. So there are capabilities of him being an okay support, but we'll see how it works out for them. Silhouette, the final pick for good old Reason Gaming over here, and this is just a solid, sound lineup, it looks like. Nothing too radical here.
One thing that I don't understand from the Legion draft is they picked two carries. They picked a Silhouette and a Swiftblade, but they also picked an Ophelia with that. So, I mean, I don't know what they want to do. I guess if they want Silhouette to split push while Swiftblade groups up with the team, but they don't have the strongest team for grouping up.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to point out how I like the Silhouette pickup in this game, seeing as how there's not a whole lot of heroes that they can use to stop her split pushing, but now they pick up the TDL, and although they have a dual core lineup of both the Silhouette and the Swiftblade, now they're going against a very strong one-roll carry of a Dark Lady, very good at dealing with the Silhouette. Could be considered a counter pick to a degree, and I think the Dark Lady, if she gets out of control, this is going to be really scary for Reason Gaming.
As it usually is against the Dark Lady, that's for sure. So, yeah, the Riptide's kind of there to be the early game presence and taking over, and then the Dark Lady is like, all right, I got cleanup duty here for the Hellborn side. So, like seeing the idea of the synergy right there. But here we go, our game number 1 of 2-0 versus Reason Gaming here in what is Group B now, our losers bracket round 1 matchup. So, again, Reason Gaming getting a forfeit loss against Sync Esports, unable to field 5 in the first round, but they were able to make it today, so we'll see how they fare. 2-0 on the other hand, of course, playing you guys in the first round, getting knocked down here by you guys, but 2-0 really has been showing a lot lately that they're a team to reckon with, so I think most would have to suggest that 2-0 the favorites here, but Reason Gaming, solid makeup of players. All right, here we go.
Yeah. 2-0 showing a lot of promise in the most recent cycle and as of late. Definitely nice to see some of the lower teams making a lot of improvement and becoming more of mid to higher level teams.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like a couple cycles ago, we always thought of them as a low diamond team, possibly always in the relegation matches. But now they're a pain to play against. They're a little bit of an annoying team, and they've gotten a lot better, so I wouldn't be surprised if they actually make playoffs. I think they could honestly take lots of games off of the top 4 teams.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's the thing though for me too. It's to be fair, the first 3 cycles they were a relegation match team. In fact, I think they might have been 8th place. All 3 of them. So, but they did manage to stay. And now they just happen to make the playoffs last one again, getting 3rd place overall. So we'll see now this next cycle. Another way to look at it is, okay, was that kind of a one-time thing, or is this actually going to be a team to reckon with here? So what is going on here? Why are they remaking? No, they don't need to remake because they think – anyways, okay, it looks like we're good. Just some confusion there. So here we go with the lanes now as – things shaping up. Of course, Riptide against Bubbles here in the middle lane. And, this is something we noticed yesterday, too. We saw, now, the interesting thing yesterday when we had a Riptide in the matchup, Riptide actually himself, he brought a Rev Ward to the middle lane, figuring that his counterpart would also have a Rev Ward. And it seemed like it worked out very well because basically his opponent never really placed the Rev Ward because he knew as soon as he does, it's then going to be countered, most likely. So, that's something to think about for future Riptide players, maybe.
Was that Nargame?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah, that was Fuzzy and Masera, but it's not usually the Riptide who buys the ward. I just want to point that out. It's normally the support. Support who will pull the Rev Ward. So it's a good heads up play by the team overall. Just to, whenever you're against a Riptide, you want to have that rev board, which is it's a nice job here by Reason Gaming, prioritizing doing that. But yeah, as you pointed out, if you're 2-0 here to, in fact, pull your Riptide, a counter rev board to deal with the other team's rev.
Yeah, it's not something you do on most heroes, but Riptide is obviously one that where it can be something an idea to do. So top lane, we did see Deathblow right there used by Albert. It actually happened to miss, unfortunately, or Demonic Wave. I always call it Deathblow because I'm just so used to that, but you get the point. And
I'm still used to it being Death Boil, so I'm with you.
there you go. I mean, it technically applies Death Boil. Meanwhile, while we're on a useless topic, Bloodlust Skill at the bottom lane goes in favor of Silhouettes. I unfortunately didn't catch that. Nothing else is new, but I don't know if you guys were watching it. But Silhouette solo kills a Lodestone. That shouldn't happen, but it does.
Yeah, and that should be just got caught with the rocket drill down and underestimated Sill's damage out. But she doesn't even have the Death Lotus actually skilled up yet, which further questions to me how Silhouette was able to do enough damage to take him down. Lodestone really hard to kill early on into the game. Maybe a little bit of a display there.
Yeah, Silhouette's actually saving a skill point right now because she wants to keep the Death Lotus unskilled because she doesn't want it accidentally pushing the wave or messing up last hits.
Interesting. I know there's a couple of heroes that, yeah, the idea of that's kind of there. Like a Puppet Master comes to mind, not leveling up Whiplash on purpose. So that's
even Gladiator is one of those heroes.
Yep. Interesting idea right there. So yeah, we'll see. Eventually, of course, going to be getting it, but yeah, good to point that out. Definitely. Yeah, Mbapingu, he's off to obviously a very good start, especially with that Bloodlust skill now. I will say his creep farm, I guess, isn't the prettiest. You know, it's only 10-7, so that wasn't necessarily going that great, but the Bloodlust skill kind of makes up for it, you could say.
To be fair, you're on a hero like Silhouette against a hero like Lodestone.
Yeah, he's fine. That was close, though. I was watching that. Go ahead, though, Formless.
When you're on a hero like Silhouette, you really want to spend a lot of the laning phase, well, not a lot of it, but like some of the laning phase, actually harassing the Lodestone out because he is such a tanky hero and he will constantly mess up your last hits. Oh, mid lane, Bubbles might.
Oh my god. That damage is ridiculous, but it's not enough. And he's going to be fine, though. Or Lodestone, wow, yeah, I didn't realize he was over here. He's got a rocket drill away. He will be fine as well, I'm sure, or maybe not, actually. As the Slate comes out now. There's the Shell Surf in, and down goes Lodestone. So Reason Gaming, an aggressive start here as Riptide. He's just going to walk on by and eventually be fine. But aggressive play here in the middle lane coming out from the Legion side. And apparently we're not done just yet.
Bubbles is swimming. He's trying
nice
to get that
silence. TD. Nice silence. That was perfect timing from Zephyronte there.
Unfortunately for Bubbles, water demons swim faster than turtles.
Oh, that's so true. They're both water heroes.
I gotta have some fun. But
no
yeah, they're doing a good job of putting a lot of focus on the Riptide. I think it also is in a little bit of a response to Lodestone making his presence felt in the middle lane initially. But good job by Reason Gaming. You never want to let a Riptide get out of control, so definitely doing the right thing here by putting some pressure on him.
Formless, I think you were talking about the Silhouette as far as his creep farm and.
Yeah, I was just saying it's kind of acceptable for him to have a low CS at the very beginning of the laning phase because of the fact that he's going to have to help Empath push Lodestone out of the lane because Lodestone is a tanky hero and can just sit there and take so much damage with his plates, his passive, that it passively causes enemy damage to heal you. Okay.
Riptide ultimate.
Oh, Riptide, here we go. The Mario Party coming out. He goes right through the wall, of course, so Empath, I don't know if he just didn't know that or if that was just simply might as well try, but yeah, you're not stopping that. That technically called Eye of the Storm, so easy kill for him and good to see.
I just love hearing it from you, the Mario Party. That's a joke that we do in TMM all the time. I'm sure you've been told, obviously, but
no, I just thought of it myself. Totally, it was coincidence here. No, yeah, Was brought up in an earlier
Silhouette
cast.
bottom lane. Oh.
Silhouette, jeez. I mean, yeah, earlier she got the kill. This time she actually almost gets it again. This time would have been a little more understandable, but still. Lodestone does manage to escape here.
Riptide top lane with a haste. Gonna continue his movement.
Ooh.
Might have been spotted though.
Yeah, something gave it away. So back to the middle he goes instead and going to continue to pick up farm. So yeah, I mean, this goes back to you pointing out too. I mean, they addressed Riptide, or they were trying to. They're really keeping him busy, but even with that, he's still 320 gold per minute. He's not doing too shabby at all, and obviously the kill helping on top of that. And then you have the Dark Lady, who's just been farming away up top here at a 380 GPM. As once again, back to the middle. This time, might have spoke too soon, or maybe I didn't, because he is going to run away. And Parasite going for a turn kill. That's a risky play. Well, I guess he just wanted the creep anyways. Figured he might as well go for it. Man, if they communicate a little better, I feel like they could have maybe tried for something bigger there, but...
Yeah, I think they could have turned on the empath with the bubbles there.
I think the kelp came out a little bit too early. Ophelia wasn't quite there just yet, so she didn't get to use her minions as well as the judgment. Had they had maybe a little bit of lockdown from Ophelia, I think that could have been a dead Riptide. So maybe just a little bit of miscommunication here by the Legion side.
Yeah. Top lane, Parasite. No, he's not coming up here, but Swift Lady, he manages to hit level 6 here, but obviously Time to Die is not doing the greatest on the creep farm, but hey, level 6 pretty good. Bottom lane, here we go. Silhouette, I think, should be fine. Well, maybe not. God, it's his ability, man. Oh, the jukes are real. Imba Pingu. He actually escapes it. Well played. And now Riptide's like, I'm out of here. Oh, he's going to run into Empath, though. That's a free kill.
Oh, my
Maybe.
Lord.
Is it? Yeah, it should be. That's hilarious. He didn't even mean to do that.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was using that forever, too.
It lasts a long time, man. What is it, 20 seconds? It feels like it's like 50. Yeah.
Poor Empath.
I can tell you love that ability.
He doesn't have his W skilled up.
Oh, yeah, no undertow. What exactly does it? I know it creates the water puddle, and it's just so what? It's really just some more burst damage, I guess, and a little bit of a slow, but...
Yeah, it's good at setting up kills when you're not on water.
Okay, yeah.
What's your opinion on he chooses to max the water grave over the in my element? Do you think that's okay, Informless?
I mean, it's okay. I prefer, personally, to max the E over the Q, just because of the bonus damage it gives. It gives you hit like a truck, and it makes landing phase like really extremely easy against most heroes. You'd have to ask Fuzzy though, because he's the one who plays mostly Riptide.
Well, so I think with Zephyronte here, we've noticed now he's used his ulti twice as top lane Dark Lady. Uh-oh. Nice wall off right there, but Swift Lady went the wrong way. They were not communicating the greatest at all right there. And they miss out another kill. And, you know, again, this goes back to Reason kind of putting a roster together here recently and not... I've said it before. I won't keep saying it, but you got to think that that's having an issue here. Gotta be on top of those things. So missing out a kill chance. Lodestone bottom lane. He'll avoid the stun here. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go for a Shatter Storm. Gonna look for a turn. Ophelia probably dead. Yep, he's dead. Malphus even coming out as well. Now Silhouette's in trouble. She's gonna try to run. I don't think she's gonna get far though. She splits up with the illusion. That could help, but no, it's not gonna matter when it's all said and done. So good catch here coming out from 2-0. And oh yeah, they're killing off the minions too.
Yeah, so although they did get the bottom tower, for Legion side, it did come at a cost of both the Silhouette and the Ophelia, as well as the minions, so that's going to be a little bit of time spent, unfortunately, by Ophelia to regroup her minions. So losing the tower, honestly, not the biggest deal for 2-0, due to them being able to get both those hero kills.
Yeah. Let's go back to Riptide, though. Again, a little more understandable with this build, maybe, because this is more of a getting the kills kind of build, where the in my element, as you could argue, is more of the farming a lot more effectively, kind of sitting in the lane maybe a little bit more. And we've noticed that, yeah, he's used the Side of the Storm now 3 times, actually. He did use it recently. I don't think he caught anything with it, but he's being very active is my point. So, you know, the idea that he's looking for kills constantly with his ultimate, you know, getting more burst damage, more silence lockdown with that watery grave, you could argue is better. So
Yeah, I was gonna point that out, so glad you did. But I think seeing as how he is against heroes like Silhouette, Switchblade, Bubbles, all heroes that really thrive on their escaping and kiting mechanics, having the longer silence definitely proving to be a big part.
Yeah. Oh, the wall a little late right there. Meanwhile, Silhouette obviously got picked up in the bottom lane. Riptide trying to survive right here. He pops the In My Element. He is gonna fall, but at what cost here? Here comes some turn. Maybe not a lot. I thought Lodestone might have been doing something big, but he came in with no mana, unfortunately. So, not really the biggest threat there. So, good kill on the Riptide at least, making it a 1-for-1 exchange. Meanwhile, Dark Lady, though, pushing in top lane. Obviously, you gotta like 2-0 after all of this happening, especially if they exchange towers right here. As Swift Slashes comes out, nothing to jump into, but he skates away. He's still a little too fast right there. Swiftblade unable to chase him down, so well played on the getaway there. So they get the middle tower, but again, the top tower, it's very possibly going to fall here in return. Yep, there we go.
Hellbringer in the top river, finding Switchblade.
Oh. And Deathblow going to be taken off. One more auto attack. Can he get it at the angle? No.
Just barely almost has Malphus 5 more seconds. I think he really wants this.
Oh, yeah. No! Oh, come on, go for it.
Unfortunate.
Boo. He had it. I guess
What
there
a
could have
noob.
been more nearby. Yeah.
No, it was a good attempt, but unfortunately, Switchblade did go the other direction. And Hellbringer actually doing a pretty good job in levels. He's actually level 7, the same as the offlane Switchblade, so he's actually doing quite well this game.
Yeah, I actually wanted to mention that too. That it's so crucial that the hero gets his levels, and that Cyrox has done a pretty good job. He chose to level up his max his Q, which is his fear ability, over his death or his demonic wave.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it's preference on what you want to do. The 2 fears is really nice, but I'm not sure. I don't play the hero that often, but a lot.
Well,
I like it
Okay.
personally because he's against the Switchblade. That's just because he can remove the Death Coil with the spin. So having the 2 fears to play around the Blade Frenzy, I think, is a little nicer. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, similar logic really is, well, right here, jeez, now he uses Malphus, and Empath doesn't stand a chance, so finds a solo kill. Again, that's technically a support versus a support, yet you see the impact right there of Hellbringer, what he's going to be able to do. But yeah, the idea that as a support, I think the Q maxing out kind of almost makes a little more sense as, oh, Nimapingu goes down once again to Pexu. Getting that second charge, getting another stun to essentially use 4 kill opportunity is pretty good, where you're maybe not necessarily looking for a lot of damage from Hellbringer, which is what the demonic wave would instead bring. You got that elsewhere, so that could be the argument made. But yeah, I mean, this is just snowballed ridiculous. I mean, this could very possibly be a 15-minute game, honestly. All of a sudden here.
I want to actually
give
give.
point. Yeah, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I actually want to give Pexu some praise though. He's been constantly in the Legion safe lane, shutting down the Silhouette with the Lodestone.
Yeah, already a puzzle box. The level, is that even level 2? Might be.
He is nearing 400 GPM. I believe it's level 1, seeing as how he did pick up a Ring of the Teacher. I think if he didn't have that, he'd be pretty close to a Puzzle Box 2.
It is.
Actually, I am wrong. It is a Puzzle Box 2. I should play more Parasite. Don't even know the timings.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's a really nice job, though. That's a pretty early Puzzle Box. And he's going to have level 3 in the next couple of minutes if his farm keeps progressing this way.
Mm-hmm. See at the bottom rune. Here goes Riptide walking on by. Looking for somebody. Again, the thing to really keep in mind about all this is Eye of the Storm coming out. There goes Silhouette. Oh boy, even with the Ophelia's touch, it's not even close. And I don't know why they're trying to pick a fight right. Well, I guess with Bubble's not coming, that makes more sense. But even that, it's still not going to work most likely. You see Riptide just running, puts the silence out. The large Snotter in pursuit, though. Okay, he goes down right there. So, thanks to the large Snotter. That move speed, OP.
And all the meanwhile, this is all happening. Silhouette is taking so much pressure. TDL is just having her way, doing whatever she wants. Already finishing the Abyssal Skull on top of the Cleaver, Rune Cleaver at 16 minutes. and her farm is just going to continue to pick up even further. So she's already above 500 GPM. Silhouette really struggling with 4 deaths, only at 320. This is going to start to get really scary in the next couple of minutes for Reason Gaming, and I don't foresee this slowing down at all for 2-0.
Nope. Yeah, they don't have a lineup that's going to speak for that. Again, Dark Lady to back it all up, who's is so far ahead, is of course the biggest factor of it. And just a lot of talking in chat too. They're communicating.
I wish I knew what it meant too.
I know exactly. That's a frustrating time.
We're American though. We don't.
I live
we
in
don't know.
America. Speak English, damn it.
That's our mentality, unfortunately. Speak our language, or we don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, seriously. Triple stack Ancients over here. Let's give it to Dark Liddy. Good old Rune Cleaver. Cut them down pretty quickly. Now Square's up to 560 GPM here, so. Yeah, Riptide, he went the Insanitarius. This seems like it's more the popular style of build. Just get that damage enhancement, the steroid tool, you could say, for the early game effectiveness. And look at that there. Down goes Swiftblade. Didn't even use everything, it just died so quickly. So I gotta wonder how much longer Reason Gaming is gonna believe that something could happen, because it's now a 12.5 thousand goal lead, a 13,000 experience lead here in favor of Team 2-0. As Lodestone,
They're gonna find Ophelia and Empath here.
Oh boy, here we go. That Shatterstorm though. Oh, the
Oh,
wall at
nice
the last
wall.
second. That was great timing on his part too. Lodestone will go down. Well played.
Beautiful wall from Adro there. Perfect timing to deter the Shatterstorm in the opposite direction. Giving his team some sign of life here. It's good to see.
Giving him hope. Starclitter though. Free tower kill bottom. He gladly takes it. Now, 1,000 gold already saved up, already farming against 600 GPM now, so. I want to see the Elder Parasite Brutalizer here on Riptide. Just fast, quick killing action.
Just 3-shot the Silhouette.
Yeah.
Well, Silhouette does have a Nullstone now, so I don't know if he can actually kill her anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty good against him, that's true. Maybe he should get something like a tablet to help deal with that. That would just be a one-person counter. It's actually... Oh, she's going to get away. They don't chase. They maybe figured he... Oh, I guess he does have an illusion up. Okay. That's why. Tries to go into his jungle here. But yeah, the Nullstone, good against him, but uh-oh. Might not help here. Yeah, Malphus doesn't care. Did he try to phase? Oh, no, that was late for a second. Jeez, okay, overkill, guys. Even Riptide comes in late.
Mario Party. I don't think he's going to find anybody. Everybody's in the top lane. So.
No, yeah.
He's just going to be cruising around.
Yeah, Riptide, he's a snowball hero, and man, that's exactly what he's doing here too. I guess not even really. I mean, he's had a very high impact, but yeah, he's not even like the
They
main.
might get a Rax here. Ophelia can't afford
wow.
her minions back, so we'll see if they can hold this off.
Silhouette does have a buyback, but man,
Yeah, I'd like to see them just go full on for the Rax, which they're doing a really nice job here.
Yeah, they're confident, and they have every right to be. In fact, Darkity goes in, but no Swiftblade spins away. There goes the melee Rax, Lodestone. He's taking some good damage. Gonna get the Shatterstorm off. He's gonna need to here. Yep, he'll pop it. Look to maybe go in right here. Kalefield wearing off. Is that the real Silhouette? No, it's not. Okay. The real one's over here. Nobody dead yet throughout all this. As the Legion team running. Look at the team support on either side. Really pretty impressive. Oh, Parasite. He tried to infest, but the nice silence there prevents him from doing so. And now the chase continues, although Riptide says, you know what, might as well fight here. Unfortunately, it comes up short, so they get a couple of pickoffs in the end, but they did lose their melee racks.
Yeah, and one of the biggest problems with the Legion's overall lineup, which we kind of saw right there, is that their only catch is the Bubbles Kelp field. So once they don't have that available, pretty much the Hellborn team can just run away, and they don't really have to fear being caught by any of their heroes.
Yeah, as a team even like that. So yeah, pushing that early in a game is usually considered pretty risky, but it seems like you were pretty confident, so were they, that that was the correct call, and clearly it turned out that way for 2-0 right there. So, man, look at Hellbringer. Almost feel like they would be a farming Hellbringer as a main support, but he has a tablet and Arcana now, so I guess he's just going to work towards the rest of the stone right away.
He has just as much GPM or farm as the Lodestone, so he's doing really well this game. And that's a little bit credit to the towers as well. They have taken a lot of the towers, as well as one rack, so a lot of extra gold that Hellbringer has to work with, so that's always nice. Shout out to Formless.
Dang. In-game shoutouts while casting. Lucky you.
Yeah, Tommy loves me.
STST. AKA Tommy. There we go. We learned something new. Dawnbringer. That's a nice item.
Say how much you hate it.
I strongly dislike that item.
There we go. There we go.
I think it's a waste of 2,200 gold. When on certain heroes like TDL, especially when you already have the Frostburn Abyssal, and the Abyssal and the Runedix give mana regen.
Sorry.
Mario Party. Deaded.
That's always fun. For me. Not for Empath. Adro, it sucks, but for
the
everyone
worst
else.
was the one earlier when Riptide was getting kind of kited by the silhouette like really well, and then he just runs into an Empath. Four shots him.
Yeah, so you're not a fan of Dawn, so it's the light brand, really.
Yeah.
Of it.
I'm a fan of Frostburn, but just not usually upgrading it all the way to a Dawnbringer.
Man, I wish they would change that item or something.
Is that like a, like a foreshadowing type thing?
No, let's just keep talking. Let's just keep moving along here. It meant nothing. It meant nothing. Anyways, 23 and a half minutes in. Bubbles, he's dead.
3-shot.
That's Riptide. I don't even think he had Insanitarius on. Just simply walked up and
Wouldn't
said,
be surprised. It's Riptide. He just does what he wants.
Yeah, we're seeing some of these newly released heroes kind of really make some statements on the scene. I mean, Riptide being one of those. Deadlift, we were talking about earlier, and so what is kind of funny? It's I guess some of these newer ones are considered a little bit under this cheesy term that you have brought up about the deadlift earlier. I don't know if you'd classify Riptide as that either, but
he's I mean, you can maybe call him a little bit cheesy. He's definitely. I don't feel like Riptide's one of those heroes you can quote as overpowered by any means. Because I think there's plenty of ways you can deal with a Riptide. If you allow Riptide to be in a 1v1 matchup, I think 8 or 9 out of 10 times Riptide will do quite well in 1v1 matchups. So, as far as Riptide, I think he's not overpowered. I think he's just a good hero.
yeah.
And if you don't address him, he can snowball like a lot of heroes do.
Wild Soul's another example again with not a new hero but the rework.
Yeah, that hero farms way too fast, and
Yeah.
that I would like to see get some attention.
The latest buff to the hero was unnecessary. To this like 25% extra bonus damage.
Come on. Wait, what was that? He now does 25% more. Well, there's a fight happening, but we know how it's going to end. Victory for 2-0 here. It looks like Square will even survive with the token still.
Mario Party!
Oh,
Got
to
him.
finish him off. All right, it is official. At least they're calling it. Okay, so GG well played. Game 1 will be over here for 2-0 being victorious, that is. So, again, we knew it was going to be a tough task for Recent Gaming here, and it's good that they showed up, obviously. We're able to get 5 here and play the match, but they are going through things here lately, so we'll see how they fare in game number 2 coming up here. But, yeah, I guess we'll continue our conversation after the break here. Is there anything else about this game, though, you guys want to bring up? Or?
I really liked the Hellborn's draft. I think the draft was really solid, and they played really well, putting a lot of pressure on Silhouette. And I think without Silhouette really being able to do a whole lot, as well as they counterpicked the Ophelia quite well, so they didn't really get any momentum out of her, and that really deterred their ability to really address the Dark Lady as the game progressed. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my take.
Formless?
Yeah, I think that it was really smart picking up the Lodestone to deal with Ophelia. Um, it's a little unorthodox to run Hellbringer in a support position, but it worked out well because he got his levels. Uh, but other than that, I think that Hellborn's draft was superior, um, just in the sense that Legions didn't really